Happy Christmas and Merry New Year's! I'm Larry, and today I'm going to make Candyland in Minecraft. I had a lot of fun making this video, and it gave me the idea to make other classic board games as well. And I have one or two in mind, but if you think of any that you would like to see me build in the future, be sure to drop it in the comments and I might just make it. Enjoy the video! If you don't remember exactly how to play, allow me to remind you. In Candyland, you have a board, 4 player pieces, and a deck of cards. The cards have one of 3 things on them. A color, either red, purple, yellow, blue, orange, or green. A double color, 2 of one of the colors I just said. Or it could be one of the 6 different characters on the board. Plumpy, Mr. Mint, Jolly, Grandma Nut, Princess Lolly, and Queen Frostine. On each person's turn, they draw 1 card. If the card is a color, they jump their piece ahead to the closest square on the board of that color. So if you draw red, you jump ahead forward to the closest red. If the card is a double color, you do the same thing, but you skip the first square and go to the next one. So if you draw a double purple, you go ahead to the purple that is after the closest purple. But if you draw a card with one of the characters on it, Plumpy and Queen Frostine and such, then you jump to the pink square on the map that represents them, even if you are past it. The first person to make it to the end and reach King Candy's castle wins the game. That's the basics on how to play it, but if you still don't understand, you can always look it up. I am sure that by now you are sick and tired of watching time lapses. So, I went ahead and built the castle. Now the first thing you notice is, wow, that is the most ugly S I have ever seen in the game of Minecraft. That is the best the loom can do, because there's a certain amount of things that you can put on a banner, and it just so happens that the S takes up all of them, so it looks really stupid. But if you look past the S, then you have the castle. It is ice cream cones and ice cream, if you couldn't tell that, and if you don't remember the Candyland castle belonging to King Candy. I also have these beacons, so from all the way over there at the beginning, you can see where you're going. And I also, in here, the path goes up to here, I moved it from there to here, because it should end in the castle, not 20 feet away from it. Anywho, I also made a little bit in here. I have a little bit of a light fixture, anvil that I forgot to break, 2 iron blocks for no apparent reason whatsoever, and a sign that says, "Congratulations, you have beaten Candyland." And another sign that says, "Ring the bell and play time music and have a cookie." No, don't confuse this for play the music. No, that's not what I said here. It's play time music. Very, very different things, okay? And you can go into this barrel right here to find the winner's cookies that this sign talked about. And the loser, if you're wondering, they just have to go home. Actually, no, they get eaten by Gloppy over there. They get eaten by Gloppy. They have to sacrifice themselves to Gloppy. It's in the fine print of the rulebook. Anyways, winner's cookies, which apparently cookies in Minecraft are named biscuits now. Biscuits, Mojang? Really? Where you're British now. Biscuits, huh? Let me just have a chocolate chip biscuit real quick. Hope nobody British is watching this video, that'd be kinda awkward. Anywho, I cannot listen to the music yet because I have not finished. I cannot say that I've finished. It's not time to celebrate because I still have a lot of work to do in this world because I have to make the border around this. I have to, like, this thing, I'm gonna make a whole border around it, so it's not just floating in a different world. I'm gonna have, like, sky walls, kind of. I'm not gonna put a roof on it, but I am gonna put a border around it. I have to make that arch right there. I don't know how to make arches. And I am going to make a little starting room over here that you, like, believe it or not, start in the starting room. Ignore that. As you can see, I started it one time, and it looks terrible. I didn't even get to the arch part, and it looks stupid. So I'm just gonna look up on YouTube how to make an arch, and pretend that I designed it completely on my own accord. Anyways, other than the room and the walls, I also have to blend the biomes together because right now they're just hunks of wool separating, and that looks stupid. So I'm gonna change that. Ignore the frogs. Okay, you might have noticed there's about 700 frogs all over my island, my Candyland rather. Thankfully, a lot of them are leaving, but there's still a lot of them around here. Like, look how many there is right here. I'm not killing them. I'm not gonna kill any frogs. But there's just some hanging out in the ice cream river and all that. But before we get too carried away, I need to get to work because I need to, like I said, blend the biomes, make the wall, make the starter room, make the archway, and actually make this game playable. You didn't think I was gonna make Candyland and not make it playable, did you? What a silly little guy I would have been if I did that. Anywho, I'm going to leave, and I'll come back when there is a wall around this place. I'm sure you're tired of time lapses. That's why I skipped ahead and built the castle. So I'm going to do a little bit of a whoosh. Huh! Walls! That was creepy. Anywho, I finished. Check out this. I'm clicking Q instead of tab. This took a very long time, probably about 5 hours amongst the walls, the blending of the biomes. I made a little wash by the ice cream lake, and this little room here with this fancy little arch that looks a little bit like a mouth, and this little museum-like fancy starting bit. These are what the game board pieces are gonna look like, and this is just a random light fixture with diamonds, because I am rich. I have quite a bit left to do, actually. I have to make 2 shortcuts, because if you look on the Candyland board, there's a shortcut from the first one that skips all the way over to, like, here or so, and it's a really powerful shortcut. That's the Rainbow Pass, Rainbow Road, something like that. Then there's a Gumdrop Pass where it skips through the Gumdrop world, which, frankly, this looks terrible. Okay, I don't know how to make... I don't know about you, but last I checked, which was today. No, it wasn't. I just lied. You can't make gumdrops in Minecraft. This just looks stupid. Anywho, I did my best. Okay, don't judge. Because I'd like to see you make a better gumdrop world than this. And if you are smart enough and have a good enough memory to remember that it's called Gumdrop Mountain, well, the mountain's over there, okay? You just can't see it. There's a big old wall in the way, so it's just that way, and the wall came down, and you can't see it anymore. And the wall, you can't see it anymore. But there is a mountain that way. You just have to trust me, okay? There is definitely. I built the mountain outside the world. Definitely, that's what happened. Moving on, like I said, I have the 2 shortcuts to make, and I also have to make the game playable. So, hopefully that shouldn't take too long. I have to, like, randomize and make the card drawing deck. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do that, but it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully, knock on wood. But, we should be chilling. Anywho, while you are waiting for me to finish that, you can go ahead and drop in the comments which of these 9 biomes you like the best. Do you like whatever the heck that's called? Do you like Mr. Mint's Peppermint Forest, Lord Licorice Castle, Gumdrop Mountain, except the mountain's over there, Peanut Brittle House? There's no name for this, it's just Peanut Brittle House, Lollipop Forest, Ice Cream Sea, something like that, and Gloppy's Molasses Swamp, or King Candy's Castle. Which biome do you like the best? Drop it in the comments below, and I will probably read them. I will read them, and I will roast your comments unless it's the Peppermint Forest, because this looks way cooler. Because it's cooler by far. I'm just kidding. You are entitled to your opinion, I guess. Anywho, I'm gonna get back to work, because I've stuff to do, because buildy. I have one more thing to do, primarily. I have a couple other little things, but one big thing to do, and that's make the deck of the of the game, because you cannot play Candyland without the deck of cards, obviously. Now, if you don't know how to play, look it up. Anyways, as I was saying, I wasn't saying anything yet. I looked up a video, a tutorial, on the interwebs for an item randomizer because I know diddly squat about Redstone in this wonderful game. I found a very old tutorial by Exuma Void that was like 5 or 6 years old. That's not that long ago. But it was like 5 or 6 years old, and he said, this is the design. This is the whole thing. And he said it is a 10 maximum item randomizer. But I was like, 18 should work. So I put in 18, and my game just blew up, crashed. I'm just kidding. It didn't do anything wrong that I've noticed yet. I don't want to jinx anything, but it has worked fine as of yet. So, but that does leave a problem though, because there's only 18 cards. And if you put in one card for each color, which there is 6 different colors, and you put in one card for each double color, there is 6 colors still, so that's 12. And that leaves perfectly 6 more slots between the 2 droppers for your 6 characters. However, if you have 6 double, 6 single, and 6 character cards, then that leaves you drawing a card every 3rd time on average. It's a 1 in 3rd chance. That is not good, because if you are drawing Queen Frostine, and then Mr. Min, and then Princess Lolly, and then Plumpy, all within like 12 turns, it's gonna be impossible to actually finish the game. So I needed something different than this. I need something bigger. I need something better. I need something spectacular. Okay? So I did this. I placed 2 machines like that. And I said, boom, problem solved. See you later, folks. I'm just joshing with you. So how this works is I had to change the rules. I will admit that. The rules of Candyland are slightly altered in this Candyland because I'm not sure how I could do exactly. I'm not sure if you can do exactly, but I didn't do exactly. So I changed the rules a smidge bit. Now, how I changed the rules is probably the question you're asking. Don't ask why I said it like that. Don't judge me. In these droppers, you put 18 cards. You don't put the doubles, okay? You leave those out and put 2 of each color in, so that's the 12, and then the characters. Filling up all 18 slots, you do that in both of them. And then what you do is draw from both of them, take out the cards, and go, Say, for example, I draw and get blue from this one, and I draw and get green from this one. I didn't mean to break that. I could... So if I get green from this chest and blue from this chest, then I go to the green square, and then I go to the blue square. If I get red and yellow, I go from red, then to yellow. So, simple as that. But... you might be saying, Larry, you blithering idiot, you just made the odds of drawing a character higher. And you are absolutely correct. However, that is where the rule change comes in, because I only go to the representative pink space of the character that I draw if the character is in both chests. So if I get Plumpy in this one and a red in this one, I just move to red. If I get Grandma Nut in this one and a purple in this one, I just go to purple. Ignore the Grandma Nut. If I get, you might be wondering, 2 characters, but they're different. For example, Plumpy in this one, Princess Lollipop. It's just Princess Lolly in this chest. Then I don't take them out, or I put them back in, and then I go again. It's just a redraw. It's like that didn't happen. But you only go to the pink squares for the character if you get it in both chests. It's like if I get Plumpy, then I have to go all the way back to Plumpy's stupid tree. And if I get Queen Frostine, then I go all the way up or I guess back down if it's late in the game, all the way over to the ice cream sea. I think you probably understand that. But now is the trouble of putting the cards back in, because I want you to take the card out, because I want the other players, if you're playing with other people, I want them to be able to see the cards, so make sure you're not cheating. Just in case somebody's playing with somebody that likes to particularly bend the rules in their favor. They could be like, "Whoa, a queen, double Queen Faustine! Wow!" And when they really got a yellow and a blue. That leaves the question, how do you put it back in? Do you just, um, um, um? No, silly. That would be way too goofy. You goofy little goober. You silly little... I couldn't think of anything. You simply do this. Hopper. And a barrel. And you go over to this side and go hopper. And a barrel. And then, when you draw a card from here, let me fill this up really quick. You fill this up, you click this, you get a dropper, you take it out, and you'd be like, oh my goodness, say this is green, I got green with this one. Then you open this, and you'd be like, ooh, I got plumpy! But I only go to green. Then, when you're done with it, you put this one back in here, and this one back in here. Now, it is very important that for the machine to function right, you cannot put a card you drew from this chest into this barrel, because then it could plug the system and put like 3 greens in this one and only leaving 1 green in that one. So it could mess up the thing. It can mess up the whole thing. So you need to be careful with putting it like that. But other than that, it's just fine. So that I don't know why I said leafed. That was weird. So, with that having been built, I went on and put it into the game of Candyland. Now I'm going to show you what they look like in the actual board. So this is the first one. I haven't filled it up yet, but this is the first machine. You draw from this one and draw from this one, then put in the chest, put in the chest. That works fine. And I just put it right in the hill so it looks nice and snug. The second one is over here in the mint. Just like this. It's the same thing, but with a little snow hill. Then over here is by far the ugliest one, but I think it works. From this angle, it's not too bad. Just close your eyes when you look at it from any other angle. Now, in this hideous abomination of a biome called Gumdrop Mountain, with specifically no mountain because it's over there, remember? This is what the machine looked like. I was able to put it in the hill, lower it into the ground a little bit, so it fit like that. Then this one is, I think, my favorite one. I made a little hill. This is for both Grandma Nut's place and the Lollipop Forest. So I made a little hill that you go down and draw the cards from. Is it practical? Nah! But, is it fun? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it's fun. Look how cool this is. I love making caves. The next one is, I also really like this one. I made a little raft, and I put it on the raft with a little sail. I think I really like this because it's an ice cream sea, so it's floating on the ice cream. Because I made a boat. Now this one, this looks like a pile of. I'm gonna be honest. This looks garbage. However, it's here. And then, if you get past the molasses swamp, there's one last one right here before you finish. And I did a bunch of them, so you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning, because that just felt ridiculous to run like 30 seconds just to draw your cards and 30 seconds back. So, I put in one in each biome, except for that, which I combine those 2 biomes, kind of, with the little cave thing. I don't think I've showed you the shortcuts yet, so let me show you Rainbow Trail. You go in down here, if you land on this orange, and you take out one of these boats, ruining the letter Hi that I slaved over for hours. Come into here, place the boat, hop in the boat, and zip on down the trail. Look how fast this goes. I crashed. Then you break the boat, put it on in the chest, and if you come in here and leave through this, then you're all the way over here. Look how far I just went. I'm super far away. Now the other shortcut I made is a lot shorter. It is right here. It's a lot more hidden because it sucks. This is Gumdrop Pass. So you go into the snow block, you crouch down, and you're in a place. Okay. Then pardon me. Let me just let me grab a boat. So you grab a boat from this chest, place the boat down, because you can't walk in here, obviously, and then you're gonna boat through the shortcut. Look how quick this is. It's almost as fast. Okay, I'm already bored. This is ridiculously slow. But who doesn't want to boat on moss? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a wonderful shortcut. So you take about 10 minutes to boat here, you put the boat back in the chest, you go up here, and you've only come this far. So it's a lot shorter than the first one, but it is still a shortcut. Those are the only two shortcuts in the game, and I'm pretty happy with them both. So, if you want to critique them, go ahead. I'm just gonna ignore it. Now, I have a couple things left to do. I have to make it's not really hard things. I'm gonna make like a chest or whatever for the pieces, and I'm going to experiment on how you move the pieces, because I'm gonna have armor stands as the actual pieces, not yourself. So you can play with multiple people on one computer. So I'm gonna figure out how to store the chests and figure out if there's an optimal way to move it or if you just break it and replace it. Unfortunately, folks, I don't have any more time left in this video, so I'm gonna have to end it right here. I hope you had a really great time watching this, and I hope you had a very enjoyable and super happy Christmas, and I hope you will have a great New Year's. If you liked the video, please consider giving a thumbs up, and subscribing helps a bunch, and it's free to do. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of 2024. See ya!